Alright, yeah, guys, so welcome back to another episode of Genshin Impact. So, yeah, now we're gonna do Sino shit, bro. So, yeah, let's do this shit.
Wait, you two! Just a moment, please.
What happened?
You're the traveler in Paimon, right? I thought you two looked familiar. People have been talking all about you. It's a pleasure to meet you. Do you have a moment? There's something I'd like to discuss with you.
Who the hell are you?
My name is Nabil. I'm a mantra in the academia. You're friends with Sino, right?
Yep.
I've heard him mention you before. Currently, Sino is out investigating a case involving smuggled canned knowledge. It's been days since we last heard from him.
I thought they got rid of the canned knowledge, though.
Oh no. Do you think he's in trouble?
Well, to be completely honest, it's pretty hard to imagine anything that could pose a threat to Sino. But since we haven't heard from him, we're starting to suspect that the case might be more complicated than we had originally thought. Word has it that you two are brave, smart, and extremely capable adventurers. Do you think you could lend us a hand and help investigate the smuggling?
Alright, since you asked so nicely, we'll help.
Do you have any further intel regarding the case?
Large amounts of canned knowledge from unknown origins have been appearing on the market recently. Sino suspected that there's a secret route being used to move the capsules. According to some research, using large amounts of canned knowledge could lead to some serious consequences. And, unfortunately, most people have yet to realize that. Rumors also have it that some particularly dangerous canned knowledge has made its way into the market. Regardless of whether the rumors are true or not, this case calls for urgent action. Last we heard from Sino, he was investigating somewhere outside Sumeru City. It seems that he had found some leads at the time, but we haven't heard from him since.
Wow.
Better go look for him. Come on.
Alright. So, oh, Venti's birthday, alright. Let's go. I think I can fly there from here. Oh wait, this thing. What the hell? I wonder what the hell do these spin crystals even for, bruh? If I gotta ask. So yeah. Anyways, let's go. Where the fuck are you, Sino? Oh, there he is.
Sino, there you are. We finally found you.
Ah, it's you two. I knew I sensed a familiar presence, but I'm very busy at the moment. We'll have to chat some other time.
We heard about the case of smuggled can knowledge.
That's right. Nabil asked us to come and check on the situation.
So Nabil told you about this? Divulging my location without authorization. I'll let it slide for now. This isn't the time for that. I see. Well, the situation might be more problematic than anticipated. I've already questioned several people, but gained very little information. Long story short, I was able to learn of the secret location where the canned knowledge is being sold. You're welcome to accompany me if you're interested.
Alright.
Sounds pretty complicated. But having a chance to catch bad guys with Sino is like we're a part of the mantra. Alright, sign us up.
Wait, aren't I supposed to have... Wait, aren't I supposed to have the say-so, Paimon? Like, let the traveler make her own their own decisions. So yeah. You wanna know what's more annoying than Paimon in the English dub? Her and Paimon in the fucking Japanese dub, bruh. Like, have you ever heard Paimon in the Japanese dub? Like, she sounds a little more annoying than the English dub. So yeah. So yeah. Cause I heard about her voice in the Japanese dub, and it sounds even more high pitched than the English dub. Only slightly more than the English dubs, and slightly worse. So yeah. I don't know how the hell can you make a dub of Paimon worse than the English dub. Like, her voice was so high fucking pitched in the fucking Japanese dub that it almost made my ears bleed, almost. So yeah. Thank God Karina's not voicing her anymore. Hopefully this be an opportunity for Hoyoverse. Hopefully this is the opportunity for Hoyoverse to actually have Paimon grow up and have her voice deepen a bit. So yeah, have her voice deepen a bit. Because hearing that high pitched voice was so annoying for the longest time. It was so annoying for the longest time, bro. For 5 fucking years. So yeah. 5 years, yeah, guys. I'm hearing that annoying ass voice most of the game. So yeah. So yeah.
Is this all you got? Seems even less than last time.
This is gonna be the Candage thing.
What difference does it make? If you see something you like, buy it. If not, then keep walking. They've been cracking down on us lately, so we don't have much on hand. If you see something that catches your eye, then now's your chance. There's no telling when we'll have more.
What does the Academia think they're doing? Alright, I'll take these here. Let me see what else you have. I don't see any real gems in this batch. It's all pretty ordinary stuff. Whatever, how much do I owe you?
150K. Show us the Mora, and you'll get the goods.
Put the Mora down and your hands up.
Yeah, they got caught.
When's he ever gonna let up? Yeah, hey, forget the goods. Let's split. But don't forget the Mora.
Done. Not so fast. You can't escape with Paimon on the case.
What is this? He's got backup now? Doesn't everyone say Sino works alone? I don't like the looks of this. Either way, it's gonna be a tough fight. Any ideas?
Yeah, guys going to jail. That's the idea.
It's over. It's not like we're making a big cut anyway. I'm not losing my life here.
Huh? Did they really just give up like that?
Just like the others I've got. They're not deep in the circle, just dealers at the bottom of the chain. Alright, I have one question and one question only. Where did you get this canned knowledge?
Story.
The pickup location is different every time. The boss tells us where it's gonna be and that's it. We don't get a say in it. He sends someone every 5 days to bring us the goods.
And when is the next batch coming?
I don't know. He's telling the truth. Honest. Normally, we should have received the shipment 3 days ago, but we didn't get anything. The stock we have right now is from 8 days ago, which is why there isn't much left.
Seems this isn't getting us anywhere.
I know exactly why they didn't receive their last batch. 3 days ago is exactly when I started my investigation. I suspect whoever running this whole thing knew that I was coming. So they cut all contact with these dealers. When you were trying to escape, you said something about me working alone. Where did you hear that from?
Are you kidding? We've known your name since day one in this business. The boss warned us to watch out and even gave us info about you. But here we are. I guess we never stood a chance.
They already knew all about me and were trying to avoid being detected from the very beginning. These small fries are the only ones they leave out in the open. And no matter how many we catch, it won't further our investigation. If only we had another lead. Like a merchant who sells large amounts of canned knowledge.
Sorry.
Huh? Oh, you mean someone like Dora? Nothing?
You're probably still upset that you got scammed by her, Paimon. Yeah, for someone who's supposed to be a fucking guide, you sure are fucking stupid. Like, how the fuck do you easily get scammed, Paimon? Like I still remember that one moment in Samaro that Dory basically scammed Paimon for the canned knowledge. And for someone who's supposed to be a guide, yeah, you got fucking scammed. Like, Paimon is the one person that would fall for anything, bruh. No matter how much of a scam it is. Like, I bet you, if someone were to tell you, Paimon, like, oh, if you give me 5 million more, then you'll get all the food you want. Paimon would have easily fell for that because she loves food and she loves Mora. Or probably, oh, if you give to me 5 million more, you'll get food and you'll get like 100 million more. Paimon would have easily fell for that, bro. And then at the end she probably gets nothing. Like the idiot that she is. Like, Paimon would have easily fell for it, bro. Like whenever you hear like a phone call, y'all guys, that says, hey, you can win all this money and shit like that and be set for life, please don't fall for it, y'all guys. Those be the telemarketers that be doing that shit, bro. If you hear a telemarketer number, don't answer, bro. Because all they really want is your attention, bro. Not really your attention, but your money, bro. That's all they want, bro. So stay away from scammers. So yeah.
Do you have a potential suspect? You'd better bring them to me for judgment.
Ooh, judgment?
That's right. I won't turn a blind eye on any dangerous suspect.
Oh. Sounds like we shouldn't ever let Sino meet Dory.
Actually, we were mistaken.
I see. Anyway, I'll think of a way to deal with these two and then continue gathering information. If you manage to learn anything, you can find me at Caravan Rebot. And as for you, I don't ever want to catch you buying canned knowledge again. If you possess any unused knowledge capsules, then you should submit them to the authorities immediately. Okay, I got it. Just keep your nose out of my business.
Hey, what's with the attitude, mister?
What, you got a problem with that too? Listen, buying canned knowledge is a deal between two people, the buyer and the seller. We don't need people like you butting in on our business here. Think about it. If the academia is hoarding something as convenient and useful like canned knowledge, then they must have been planning only to use it for themselves. Am I right?
They must have their own reasons.
The academia has clearly published the potential dangers of canned knowledge. I don't like having to repeat things. And besides, I'm sure you wouldn't listen anyway. I just hope you understand that your actions are what fuels the smuggling of canned knowledge. If I ever catch you again, I will personally see to it that you are punished. All right, Traveler. I need to go now.
All right.
You think you could scare me?
Trevor, why don't we go talk to Dory? She's got loads of connections and might be able to tell us something about all this. If Paimon remembers correctly, she's usually at the Palace of Alcazar's around. Let's go!
Alright, so we're back. So yeah. Sino should never know about Dory, bro. Because Dory is known for doing this shit, bro. Selling canned knowledge, bro. Because oh boy, if Sino were to find out that were to meet Dory would have easily been arrested for it. So yeah. Because remember, Sino's the mantra. So yeah. And I still think it's crazy how Paimon got scammed by Dory, bro. For someone who's supposed to be a guide. Usually when I think of a guide, I usually think of them as smart. But Paimon, she's pretty stupid. So yeah. Like she tried to be a guide, narrator, a comedy character, an idiot, all at the same time, bro. Like, no, bro. That basically messes up the experience, bro. In the game, for me, bro. And I'm gonna do a little bit of a rant. What the fuck, bro? How do I set this shit to private, bro? I wonder, can you even do the fucking servers to private, bro? You know what? Oh, you could do it. Oh, you could reject join request.
Even the most unassuming ingredients can produce astounding
Oh, okay.
flavor.
Okay,
Well,
that's cool. You get to reject the shit, bro. So yeah. I want to do a bit of a mini rant afterwards, bro. So yeah. After we meet Dory, I want to do a mini rant for a video that I want to do separately, but
I see. So that's the latest scoop. Good thing you didn't rat me out. Otherwise, who knows where I'd have to be hiding to avoid attention.
do you know who's smuggling the canned knowledge?
No idea. Sorry, I've already cashed out of the canned knowledge business. Huh? You mean you stopped selling it?
That means you stop scheming,
That's
girl.
right. With so much canned knowledge flooding the market, it was becoming impossible to fetch decent prices anymore. Besides, it seems that group of smugglers has practically taken over the market. It's a little rule of mine to never fight for a share of someone else's market. If I'm gonna make more, it's gonna be the lion's share. Plus, with regulations getting as tight as they are now, I figured I might as well just hang it up.
Yeah. Yeah, with the shit becoming more and more illegal, bro, to sell canned knowledge in Samaro. So yeah. So yeah, it's best if Dory just hung up the boots, bro.
Sounds like we came all this way for nothing. Well, not completely. Granted, I don't know who's behind all the smuggling activity, but since you didn't sell me out, I'll let you in on what I do know. After all, those smugglers have really crossed the line, butting their way into the market like that. I hope their luck runs out soon so that I can take over. I mean, so that the industry can become more fairly regulated. Hey, you just want to make more business for yourself.
Bro, is selling canned knowledge really that lucrative?
Don't underestimate its value. Think about it. You can gain all sorts of knowledge while bypassing the troublesome process of studying. Naturally, that makes it a product worth a high price. Of course, not everyone needs that kind of knowledge, but in a market as big as Sumeru, there is plenty of demand. Plus, the cost of production is relatively low, so even if dealers have to cover transportation costs, there's still an enormous profit to be made. Then why does the academia prohibit selling canned knowledge? Being able to gain complex knowledge and become a scholar with the snap of your fingers does sound like a dream, doesn't it? But everything in the world comes at a price, right? Gaining knowledge is a complicated process. It requires learning, thinking, and practice. Even when it comes to my own business, I have to go through a lot of preparation before I put anything out for sale. But with canned knowledge, one may simply skip all the hassle and get whatever they need to know immediately. That inherently leads to at least two potential problems. First, you'll accept the knowledge as factual without a second thought, and you'll find it very hard to forget. This means that if the knowledge is flawed, then it'll be very difficult to correct. And second, excess use of knowledge capsules over an extended time diminishes your ability to think. You'll end up becoming like a library that can only store knowledge. Whoa, that does sound pretty dangerous. Traveler, you used canned knowledge before. Did you feel any negative effects?
Nah.
Of course, using it sparingly is not an issue, which is exactly why I used to sell it. It's just like how medicine can be used to cure diseases, but can also do harm when overused. It all comes down to balancing the right amount.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the point. There'll be consequences if the sale of canned knowledge by those smugglers is left unchecked.
Yeah. It's basically the canned knowledge, the sell of canned knowledge is like, I could compare this like to drugs, bro. I could compare this to selling drugs. Like taking one won't be that bad, but it could cause problems if you take way too much of it, bro.
And what's worse, you're playing right into their hands by focusing only on the canned knowledge that's made its way into the market. As far as I know, their real purpose is to distribute information about the Court of Desolation. That's where the real business opportunity is. The Court of Desolation? What's that? The rumor has it that it's a site of ruins from the age of King Destret. It's said that with the treasures inside, one can see beyond life and death. But any research of the ruins is strictly banned by the academia. Word on the street is that there'll be an auction taking place in the desert. They're auctioning rare canned knowledge, some of which is related to the Court of Desolation. And once I heard about the auction, I began to suspect that all the canned knowledge popping up on the market is just a diversion. I wager that their real target is the Court of Desolation.
Why use canned knowledge to distribute information?
Because studying those ruins is not just a simple matter. It requires knowledge spanning several fields. So, if they're aiming to quickly assemble a research team, canned knowledge would be the best solution. As for the auction, chances are they're trying to attract and scout out anyone with interest or expertise on the subject. On the other hand, no one can say for sure that they will ever succeed in finding the Court of Desolation. So, they might as well just make a fortune while they're at it by hyping up the related canned knowledge at the auction. Sounds to Paimon like we better head to the desert and see the auction. Who knows, we might find some leads there. That's right. And now that I've shared all that valuable info with you, it's time to introduce our limited edition desert travel kit. It comes complete with a map straight to the auction location.
Yeah, I saw this shit. The head bomb shit. Saw this shit coming, bro.
As I said, I also have to make preparations before I sell things, right? Now, let me consider how much I should sell this for. I've got it. 500,000 more per bit. That's quite the bargain. We'll even
That's
offer
a lot.
a 50% discount for little Paimon's travel kit. Only 250,000 more.
Please don't get scammed again, Paimon. Please don't.
It's super expensive. No need to worry, little one. Sino's the one heading this investigation, isn't he? I'll be sure to bill all the expenses to him.
Please don't, Paimon. Please don't.
All you'll need to do is tell him to go to the Merchant's Guild and pay the bill once the mission is completed. Just, be sure to not send him directly here, though. That would leave me completely in the open. I'm sure the General Mahamatra of the Academia would never leave any debt unpaid. And I can only imagine the funds he's allocated for investigations. Oh, maybe I should charge him more.
No.
We better get going. If Dory keeps at it, we'll be out of more.
Because of your dumbass, Paimon.
By the way, it would be quite a tricky task to get all the canned knowledge off the market, don't you think? You'd probably be making some enemies along the way, too. Huh? What makes you say that? Because in the short run, the circulation of canned knowledge benefits everyone. Whoever's behind the smuggling gets a chance to study the Court of Desolation, while knowledge dealers stand to make big profits. Even the buyers get a rare chance to easily access knowledge that's hard to come by. So, you see, it's a win for everyone. Who would want anyone stepping in and ruining the deal, As for the long-term consequences that lie ahead, most people can't see them, nor would they even believe them. So, if you think about it, you're setting yourself up to be targeted by everyone. You've got quite the challenge ahead of you. I can only imagine how stressed you'll feel. How about I recommend a book for you? It's called 100 Ways to De-Stress and Live Your Best. I'll offer you a 30% discount right now. Oh, again? No way we're falling for that.
For a bitch. Okay, so there's something I want to talk about in particular, bruh. It's regarding the Traveler, bruh. I know this one's more of a rant, but it's worth talking about, bruh. Like, why doesn't the Traveler get... Why doesn't the Traveler get to speak most of the time? For real. Like, they don't get to speak all the damn time, bruh. They only speak very few times in the game, bruh. So yeah, like why? Like, given that Paimon's voice is really annoying, and that she basically talks over the Traveler most of the time in the game. To the point where it feels like the Traveler seems to get forgotten occasionally. Even though the story is about them, it's supposed to be about them. So yeah, like hell, in this profile voiceover shit, they actually talk more in this profile shit than in the actual game, bro. Like, what the fuck? Okay, so, let me show you one, bro. So, yeah. Right here about Tibet.
Tibet's day and night both seem particularly short. Skies here are full of stars, but they aren't the same as the ones back home. I wonder if the fates of people from Tibet are also related to their constellations.
Oh? Do you know how to read the stars too? That's amazing! Not a lot of people outside Sumeru can do it. Pilot's curious. Come on, do a reading for me, quick!
The night sky pictured on Paimon's Cape flows with the light of many stars, and also of the deep ocean. The movement of these stars tells me that, in, say, 7 days from now,
In 7 days what?
something good or something bad might occur.
Right. Your theory sounds as rock solid as a geoslime. And about as brainy, too.
See, like, that's actually a good conversation, bro. They're actually talking. They're actually bouncing off of each other. They're actually having a conversation. Like, why can't we get more of this in the actual game, bro? Like, why couldn't we get more conversations like this between the Traveler and Paimon? Like, it would have cut off half of Paimon's dialogue for the Traveler. Like, at least have them bounce off of each other if you're gonna have Paimon talk. At least have her bounce off of the Traveler and cut off half of her dialogue and give it to the Traveler. And give dialogue to the Traveler. Because without it, it makes the Traveler feel forgotten in their own story. So yeah. To the point where they're just a playable avatar or whatever. Here. Let me this one's I can tell this one's about to be good, bruh.
There's a saying of Rex Lapis that's commonly used here in Liyue. Paimon thinks its rough meaning is don't play with your money. It's because the first Mora were minted from his golden form and given to humans in trust.
Kaya sure seems to enjoy playing with his money.
And that's why you shouldn't learn from him.
Oh, like you do?
As a child, I was taught not to play with my food.
Yup. You've got to respect your food. What are you looking at Paimon for?
That conversation was oh my god, that conversation was actually funny, bro. Because of the conversation between the two of them having an actual conversation. Not only that, but it's also indicating that the Traveler is looking at Paimon because they know that Paimon's the one that plays with her food. So yeah. And the irony of Paimon saying, and that's why you shouldn't learn from him, after the Traveler said that Kaya loves playing with his money. That was kind of ironic that Paimon responded to that shit, considering that she loves more and she got scammed by Tori. Oh my god. Like, why seriously, why can't we get these conversations in the actual game, bruh? Why do you have to be stuck in the profile pic for the Traveler? Like, these are dialogues we could have used in the actual game, bruh. Like, I'm not sure why Hoyoverse. I don't know why Hoyoverse thought that this was a good idea. Like, they should have at least had these types of dialogues in the actual game itself instead of just being the profile pic or profile thing. So yeah. Like, give the Traveler more speaking time in game. So yeah. Yeah, as in the main Traveler. Instead of just having Paimon have this annoying ass voice for 95% of the fucking game. Like, I've ranted about this thing. I just had to get all that shit off my chest, bro. Of that rant. I know I've ranted about that whole thing, bro. But that's how I actually feel, bro. I remember talking with Queen at one point during her live stream. I think it was either during her live stream or during my live stream. So yeah, I'm not sure, but she basically agrees with the shit, bro. And please, for the love of God, for not cry, please let the traveler speak more, bro. So yeah. Cause Not Cry, I think, comes out tomorrow, I think. So yeah. And that's it for this episode, yeah, guys. So I'll see you guys next time. Viper, sign off. And next episode, we're gonna do the Farozon Hangout event.